From the back row of his advanced literature class, he watched her. He watched the way the afternoon light caught the loose strands of hair escaping her tired, elegant bun. He watched her fingers, stained with red ink, tremble almost imperceptibly when she thought no one was looking. He wasn't like the other boys. They saw Miss Outhwaite as the young, pretty teacher. They joked in the halls, a crude mix of fantasy and bravado. He heard them, but he didn't see what they saw. They saw a prize. He saw a masterpiece under siege. His infatuation was suffocating. It wasn't the shallow, breathless crush of adolescence. It was a heavy, ancient thing. It was an ache. He felt her anxiety as if it were his own. He noticed the new, microscopic chip in her front tooth she tried to hide by smiling less. He noticed she never wore short sleeves anymore, even when the September heat was oppressive, favoring long, flowing cardigans that looked far too warm. He knew she was in danger. It wasn't a guess. It was a certainty. He saw the flicker in her eyes when the classroom door opened unexpectedly. He saw the way her gaze darted to the parking lot at the end of every day, a deep, weary resignation. And he saw the man. The man waited in a dark blue sedan, parked just across the street, engine always idling. He had a face like a closed fist. The student watched from the library window as Miss Outhwaite would exit the school, her shoulders slumping as she saw the car. She would get in, a silent, forced obedience, and the car would speed away. His love wasn't about wanting her. It was about saving her. He stopped doing his homework. His grades, once stellar, began to slip. He was busy. He used the school's library computers, always clearing the history, always using encryptions he taught himself. He started with the blue sedan's license plate, which he'd memorized. This led him to a name. The name led him to a sparsely updated social media profile. The profile led him to a business address. The student began to build a life. Not his own, but the man's. He skipped school. He took buses across the city. He watched the man. He learned his routines. The man wasn't just a possessive boyfriend. He was a financial predator. He wasn't just controlling the teacher. He was draining her. He'd isolated her from her family, taken control of her bank accounts, and was using her home address for mail that didn't belong to him. The student's obsession became a cold, precise fury. The emotion he'd mistaken for love was hardening, sharpening into a tool. He wasn't a child with a crush. He was a sentinel. The day came. He knew it would. It was a Tuesday, raining. He saw the blue sedan pull aggressively into the faculty parking lot, a space it never occupied. The man was waiting by her car. The student slipped out the side door of the gym. He watched from behind a brick pillar as she approached her car. The man grabbed her arm. The argument was low, vicious. He saw the man raise his hand. That's when the student moved. He didn't shout. He didn't run. He just appeared, stepping out of the rain, his backpack slung over one shoulder. "Let her go," he said. His voice was calm, unremarkable. The man laughed, a short, brutal sound. He turned, dismissing the boy. "Get lost, kid. This is adult business." "I don't think it is," the student replied, his eyes never leaving the man's. "I'm warning you," the man snarled, taking a step toward him. The student didn't flinch. He slowly reached into his backpack. The man tensed, perhaps expecting a weapon. The teacher gasped. "No, please, just go." He pulled out a thick manila envelope. "Not a gun, not a knife, just paper." "Your name is Robert Kenzie," the student said, his voice cutting through the rain. "You have 2 corporations registered to this school's address. Both are shells. You've been funneling money from your employer, West Tech Logistics, for 6 months. You move it through an offshore account based in the Caymans. The account number is..." He recited the 16-digit number from memory. The man's face went white. The color drained from him, leaving a sickly gray pallor. His hand dropped from the teacher's arm. "That's not all," the student continued, his tone conversational, as if discussing literature. "You also have a safe deposit box at the downtown bank on 12th, the one you visit every second Friday. The one filled with bearer bonds you stole from your previous partner. The one before her."
He nodded at the teacher who was staring, her hand over her mouth. How ... how do you ...
The man whispered, his arrogance shattered. The student took a single step closer. The love he felt was a roaring furnace now, but his face was ice. I sent a copy of this envelope to a lawyer. I sent another to a reporter I follow.
And I have a third one right here.
He tapped the envelope. The police aren't involved.
Yet, I figured you hate paperwork as much as I do.
He wasn't a lovesick teenager. He was an executioner. He hadn't just found this information. He had hunted it. He had spent his nights not dreaming of her, but meticulously dismantling the life of the man who hurt her. He had broken a dozen laws, hacking, stalking, extortion, all to protect her. You're going to get in your car, the student said. You're going to drive away. You will never see her again. You will never call her. You will not text her. You will vanish. Because if I see you, if she hears from you, the world will know what you are. The man, Robert Kenzie, stared at the boy. He saw no mercy. He saw no bluff. He saw only a cold, terrifying void. He stumbled backward, got into his blue sedan, and sped out of the parking lot. The teacher was shaking, tears streaming down her face, mixing with the rain. She looked at the student, this quiet boy from her back row. She didn't see a boy. She didn't know what she saw. Are you okay, Ms. Outhwaite? He asked. His voice was soft again. The coldness was gone, replaced by that familiar aching concern. The love was back. But she and he knew what it was capable of. If you or someone you know is in a dangerous situation, please know that there is help available. You can reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and there are many local organizations ready to support you. You are not alone. Thanks for watching.